Hello and welcome, my LeafGreen Leafs. So, we did not manage to beat Sabrina last time, but... well, I... wanna go into the menu, there we go. I did some training and there it is. Trietta, yeah, I didn't evolve it off stream, like I said, so... this is where we are. So our mains will probably be Raiga and... yeah, probably not Hanako because of its poison type. Yeah, Raiga and Flamma maybe. We'll see. So, let's see how this will work. Okay, the stream running good now, right? Good. Had a little bit of a problem there, that's why we are... a little bit late here. Also, yeah, we could do the fighting dojo first, but no, let's not. Let's go here first. Giving me any hint for the puzzle? Yeah, psychic power, fighting type. We don't use those. Okay, not saying anything useful. So I just hope that Raiga's needle pin missile, no, what it's called? The bug type move does work. I know it's not a good move, but, well, it's at least a bug type move, maybe? Sabrina is young, but she's also a highly skilled leader. You won't reach her easily. Well, we'll see. Mr. Psychic, you aren't that much older than her as well. I would say you're around the same age. Also, your poke is kind of slow. Pin missile, that's it. Okay, doing the good deed. That's not that good looking. Well, against the slow poke, I could use electric as well, of course. But we'll see. And shock wave. Yeah, that makes short work of that one. So, chat, tell me, who's your favorite Kanto gym leader? Mine is probably Erika. I don't know, I like grass-type Pokemon. Well, I do prefer electric-type Pokemon, but I'm not much into Lieutenant Surge, to be honest. I don't like those muscly types. I mean, those characters are fine, but I prefer the more agile types. Oh, it's not one-shotting. Okay. Also seems like Pin Missile does not do any good here. Okay, shockwave it. And be done with it. Now you crit? Couldn't you do that the first time? Seriously. Oh, down and out. Okay. I remember some hint that I heard somewhere that it's like stairs. You have to always go up to reach Sabrina, but I'm really not sure if that is just me misremembering something. You and I, our Pokemon shall battle. Oh no, battling. Is that what you do in these games? Battling? I didn't notice. Also, that is not a psychic type. It is a poison type though, so that whole are they interchanged Koga and Sabrina. There's a lot for it actually. A lot that should have been fixed if it's really the case. But oh well. Especially, I mean, in the originals, okay, these are old games from a, back then at least, small company. Well, Game Freak is still a small company if you think about it. But the remakes could have easily fixed that. And a Haunter! Oh no, I don't want to be haunted. Yeah, we actually never will get any Ghost-type Pokemon in this playthrough. The one chance we had for those, gone now. Okay, Raiga not looking that good anymore. So I think we use Trietta, so it will evolve soon. Should be good. I lost after all. You lost after all. right. That's what they always say. Okay, let's keep going to the left. You wanna fight? Maybe? Does our unseen power scare you? Do I even believe in your unseen power? Actually, your power is... Sure, the power itself is not seeable, but I can see that you're moving the Pokeballs around without touching them, so I can actually see that. Drill Pack! And down it goes. That's good. What else do you have? A Slowpoke! Always with the Slowpokes. Wait, I could use Dark type moves like Pursuit, right? Dark is super effective against Psychic. Or not? Huh. Yeah, it is. Good. Okay, not looking that good as well, because... Maybe because you're not evolved. We have to fix that. Oh, that doesn't do much. Oh, please don't... No, Trietta! Well, seems like it won't evolve. Huh. Yeah, Devo can use some XP as well. I was planning to exchange Trietta either way for Aerodactyl, so... Still, losing a Pokemon is not good. Okay, let's try Ice Beam. I'm gonna go outside to bury the dead right now. So I can heal up in that case as well. Doesn't matter what I use in that case. I never foresaw this. I think you are a fake then. Easy as that. You were disproven. Okay, Trietta. That was not good. Is that a Pidgeotto? Oh, cool. This city is confusing. Okay, Trietta. You might not be able to fly, but you can still go to heaven. Was that too dark? And instead of Trietta, in this case... I mean, Kabi is the only one that is at least trained a little bit. Do we even have anything? We have Jekka! Right, Jekka's level 40 as well. Yeah, we can use that. I mean, that's not too bad. Let me go there. Alright, we already lost... That was a level 41, right, Sleet. Why did we lose that? I don't remember. Oh well. By all its defensive power, it could not withstand insert where it died here. Jekka also has a dark type move, but Pursuit... Is Pursuit that weak actually? I mean, of course, if they exchange it will still do damage, but yeah, 40. 40 is really not that good. What is a pin missile? 14! That's why it doesn't do anything. Well, cannot rely on super effectiveness in this case. So, yeah, let's... You know what? Let's actually use Devo here, because the Sea Route will be pretty good for Hanako and Raiga. For their XP stuff, so, yeah. Also, Devo will be the ace in the next gen, so... That's the thing. Now, let's hope we don't lose anything else. Devo would really hurt. I would have to think about which substitute we'll do for this one then. I mean, there are a lot of water type options, and I think in a Nuzlocke like this, you can actually get basically all water types that are in the game. Saffron Pokemon Gym is famous for training psychics. You want to see Sabrina, don't you? I can tell. You know what? I can see Sabrina whenever I want. Just doing this. Yeah, my wife is a hand. Why not? I had a lot of people marry hands. Somehow. But my hand can actually talk. Say something, hand.
Hand.
Well, the Sinnoh remakes soon come out and they talk about humans marrying Pokemon. So, guess this works. Okay, Ice Beam! Wait, was ice good against water or was water good against ice? Oh, it was the other way around. Oh, but it froze! That's not bad. And it was defrosted right away! That was pointless. At least let it be frozen for one turn. At least that. For every status affliction. Affliction? Status condition? Somehow that everything sounds wrong. Yeah, but at least for one turn it should stay. Body Slam is really not doing much. But it paralyzed, at least that. Thawing out didn't do you any good, huh? Guess we go with Surf. Well, of course we can use Ice Beam if it's not Slowbro or Slowpoke. So let's go right. And Sabrina is far younger than I, but she has earned my respect. Yeah, everyone talks always about respect your elders, but honestly, also respect the youth. They are the future after all. They do have a voice in everything. Also, just respect people if they don't dis-earn it. Like, I'm not gonna name names here, but there are people who do not earn respect, and you should not respect those. But, yeah. Let's save a bit of Ice Beam PP. Ice Beam PP, that sounds really hurtful. For later. Not good enough! You aren't good enough, right? That's why I've defeated you. This going always straight over works, kinda. You understand, don't you? That power alone isn't enough to win in the world of Pokémon. Also for the gym exchange stuff, the teleporting tiles aren't really psychic stuff. That really sounds a bit more like ninja stuff, right? While the invisible walls, like the psychic type moves, barrier and stuff like that, would work well. Surf it away! Imagine a Mr. Mime surfing on the surfboard. That is a picture that now exists in my head. That I don't necessarily need. Don't do fan art of this. Okay. No one has an Alakazam. Well, Sabrina has one. Okay, chat. What do you think? Who has Sabrina traded with to get her Alakazam? Was it even hers beforehand, or was it someone else's? Because technically you're not supposed to trade and trade back, the thing we did as children to evolve these Pokemon. You're supposed to trade and keep the Pokemon you got, but yeah. I don't believe this. You don't have to, it's still true. Did we came from the left or the right? I believe from the left.
No idea.
Did we fight you? Okay, we're still on track. Pokemon take on the appearance of their trainers. No. Your Pokemon must be tough then. I don't think my Pokemon look like me. I don't think... Well, maybe there are some people who look like Pokemon, yeah, but normally Pokemon look like they, well, look, not like their trainer. That would be creepy. I knew it! You knew it. Sure, I believe that. And you we already had. But let's try with this. We were here as well. But still, every teleporter is a new one so far. It seems to work. I mean, we have to get somewhere like this, right? And there we go! There it is! Just go straight over all the time. Then you get to Sabrina. It's basically as easy as that. I had a vision. No, wait. Wait a minute. It's your name. I'm putting the mic a bit nearer.
I had a vision of your arrival. I have had psychic powers since I was a child. It started when a spoon I carelessly tossed bent.
Yeah, maybe that was the tossing.
I dislike battling, but if you wish, I will show you my powers.
Did she say that in the originals as well? I mean, she disliking... That came loose. She disliking battles would be kind of strange, since in the originals she actually had a whip. That does not look like someone who dislikes battling. A whip kind of says, you whoa, like battling. Please sit. Sit. Bulbasaur. Sit down. Sit. There we go. Okay, she does not have a whip anymore, but she had one in the originals. 4 Pokemon. Let's go. First, a Kadabra. Okay, let's Ice Beam. Maybe we are lucky. Calm Minds, okay. Special Attack Rose and Defense as well. Is Ice Beam physical? Probably not. It should be special, right? That does good damage. Future Sight. So you want... Wait, does Future Sight also work if the Pokemon is defeated? I think so. The attack will still come. Okay. And a Mr. Mime. If you squint your eyes a little bit, it does look a bit like Miyamoto. Shigeru Miyamoto. A bit. Somehow. Okay, so far so easy. And a Venomoth. Isn't Bug weak against ice? I believe so. Also, a Venomoth is not a psychic type. And with the Future Sight, will that hit someday? There it comes. So it does work even if the Pokemon is defeated. Okay. Maybe I will exchange for the Alakazam. But I don't know, it should not one-shot me at this point. Right? Nah, probably should not. Calm Minds first. Okay, that could be a bit dangerous. So Ice Beam away. See what that does. Okay, let's exchange. Just in case. Just in case. Honestly though, let me check who has the highest special defense, because that will be good. 86. 104! Okay, Flammer, it's your turn then. With that special defense, you are the safest here. There we go. Psychic. Which... Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! That is problematic. I mean, I could exchange again and then what? I think I have to tank this, because if I exchange again, we will be in the same situation until all our Pokemon are in this situation. Let's just hope. Flamethrower, come on. Probably not enough. Okay, oh no, Flammer. Oh no, Flammer, I'm so sorry. Oh no. Well. Okay, who's the fastest? We need to outspeed it here. You have 122, that's good. And 134, of course, you are fast. You're Jolteon. So, well, Raiga, I hope you outsped it. Come on, Shockwave. Yes! Come on, do it. Do it! There we go. We lost Flammer. That was unexpected, but it had the highest special defense, so there was nothing really we could do about this. So yeah. Please.
This lock. This loss shocks me. But a loss is a loss. I admit, I didn't work hard enough to win. Your victory has earned you the Marsh Badge. The Marsh Badge makes Pokémon up to level 70 obey you. Stronger Pokémon will become wild, ignoring your orders in battle. Just don't raise your Pokémon too much to avoid that problem. Wait, please take this TM with you. Psychic power isn't something that only a few people have. Everyone has psychic powers. People just don't realize it.
She's not gonna tell me which kind of TM that is. Also, there needs to be a shortcut here. But I think the TM is psychic. Probably. Also, we don't use the psychic type, so... I don't know if we should teach it. What good would it do us? There aren't really Pokemon left we would use psychic against. With psychic being so overpowered in Gen 1, if you actually think about it, after Koga, there's not much poison stuff, right? Also, Psychic is also super effective against fighting, which in theory should be good against Bruno. Is he called Bruno in English? I think so. But since Bruno's fighting type team is mostly Onyx, that's not working out there well. There's no much need in terms of super effectiveness, of course, for Psychic types. Oh, also yeah, make yourself ready. New video today. Kamen Rider revises episode 6 to 9, which I reviewed. Okay, who do we take in? We don't have another fire type option. Yeah, welcome to Pokemon Gen 1. I mean, I think we can get a Growlithe soonish. Yeah, let's go with Pudding for the time being. We do have Pudding. Pudding is a good backup. Still, while I like Growlithe and Arcanine more, I wanted to use Flammer actually, because she grew on me. Well, I hope you're happy here. You have a lot of friends. Let's not linger here too much. That's just too depressing. Okay, in this case, heal my Mon. Then we have one place we need to go before we tackle the next gym. Well, the sea routes actually. Huh. Where can we get Growlithe? Is there more places than just the Pokemon Mansion? I hope so. Because if we don't get a Growlithe there, but rather, I don't know, Wheezing, then we have a problem. Yeah, Raiga will get... Also, the next level cap for Pyro. That would be interesting as well. Oh, we haven't taught Jekka to fly yet. We have to do that.
You can't get Growlithe?
I cannot get Growlithe?
It's only trade?
In LeafGreen?
Yes.
Alright, we can't get Growlithe because we have Vulpix. Oh. Other fire type options.
Check in a second.
I mean, what is there?
Blaine is level 47.
47.
47.
Well, that's not much we have there. I need to adjust my pillow. There we go.
The next rival battle is on Route 22 with level 53.
Yeah, that's before Elite 4, I
Yes.
think. That's ways off. Well, let's go to Pewter City, because if we want to use that, we need to get that. So, okay. Here we go. Here we need to cut. Can something here learn? Cut. Like... Only Hanako? No, we cannot use Hanako for that. But since Jekka won't do much on the water routes and we will exchange that, let's take our little cutter with us. I'm dreading the Victory Road, honestly, because we need to take so many Pokemon with us that we don't really use, because we need the TMs. I think it's Strength and... Is it only Strength? I don't know, actually. To check that out. There we go. Now we can cut. I did a lot of cutting yesterday. No, actually not. I didn't need to cut. I needed to edit. Well, no, I did cut a lot. I didn't need to cut my source files, but the other video files. So that I could bring you this Kamen Rider video that you see in the chat. Okay.
The
Yes.
only other fire type you can get is
Magma.
Ponita.
What?
Ponita.
Ponita, okay.
On Kanto Road and Mount Ember.
On what, Yao?
Kanto Road is the path north from one island to Mount Ember.
There. Magma is not possible? I mean, we can get Moltres, but yeah, no legendaries. The secrets of space. The mysteries of the earth. There are so many things about which we know so little.
Okay, Magma is on Mount Ember as well.
Okay. Let's just hope there's nothing else that might get in the way. But that should spur us to study harder, not toss in the towel. The only thing you should toss. Well, how about a seismic toss? Should I teach that to a Pokemon? Honestly, yes. Who would be able? Let's check. Meryl would be able. Meryl with seismic toss. Huh. I keep it in mind. I keep it in mind. We have 2 fossils of rare prehistoric Pokemon on exhibit. Shh! Listen! I need to share a secret with someone. I think that this chunk of amber contains Pokemon DNA. It would be a shattering scientific breakthrough if Pokemon could be resurrected from it. But my colleagues just ignore what I have to say. So I have a favor to ask. I want you to get this examined at the Pokemon lab somewhere. Let's go to Professor Oak. He has a lab. Yeah, that's not how that works. But let's go on to the sea route. Marrow, you cannot fly. I put my flyer away. That? Yeah, well, we won't need cut. Time for walking. To the PC to get our flyer, because I'm not walking to Fuchsia City from here. We would need to go through so much caves.
So many.
Yeah, no. There are so many caves that they are so much cave.
Okay.
They aren't just cave, they are much cave. Actually, it's only 2 caves, to be honest, but still, too many. No, wait. Too much. Mucho much. Okay, fly me to the moon. Or to Fuchsia City, that's okay too. So, let's get down to business. I have to exercise and warm up before going out for a swim. Oh yeah, the route we're on. We should check which that is, because we can catch something here.
19.
We're fighting a dick. It's 19, you know that? Well, that's
showed
good.
up on the stream right now.
Okay, good. I have to go back out and in again. That's what the IT guy said. Yeah, you don't need to crit those. Raiga. Come on.
We can catch Tentacool via surfing.
Okay.
Magikarp, Horsey, and Krabby.
Okay.
And Gyarados and Slowpoke and Kingler.
Yeah, so... we have most of those already. Let's go for the Tentacool.
Horsey already?
We do have a Horsey, yes?
Okay.
That would be our backup water type if something happens to Devo. All warmed up. Which will not happen. Devo will be totally fine. Wait, slow down. You'll have a heart attack. I hope Devo with only level 41 can handle the fire type gym. Well, it will do... it will get a bit of training in the Pokemon Mansion. Goldeen. Let me zap that. There it goes. That's what happens if you put a fish on land. This will not work. Oh look! A seahorse! Yeah, Horsey, that's not really a good name. I kind of like the German name, which is Seeper, which is from See, well, which means ocean, lake, or the sea, as in, well, the sea, not a sea, and kind of the short version of the German word for horse, which is Pferd, and they took away the F and the D and made it pair. Doesn't make much sense, but it sounds cute. Oh, that's chilly. Do I heal up? Yeah, just for the PP. Don't forget to catch the Tentacool. That would be awful if I just kill the next Tentacool we meet.
Yes.
I mean, would it be though? It's just a Tentacool. I have actually no idea how viable Tentacool, or rather Tentacruel, is in real battles. But yeah. The water is dyed a deep blue. I will call that a mildly light blue. Would you like to surf? Yes, let's surf. You aren't challenging me? Okay, good. But you will, right? I tried diving for Pokemon, but it was a no-go. I do believe there are Pokemon under the water. Everything else would be strange. And another Goldeen. Another one golds the Dean. So yeah, we will forget Pin Missile when we can. That move just is not good. It's just bad. It's a bad move. Even with the type advantage, it's useless. What can I say? I expected it, but now I have proof. And level 42! Raiga is the answer now! And we'll learn Thunder Wave. Yeah. I probably will not use it, except for the next catch. So let's go for it. Goodbye, Pin Missile. Hello, Thunder Wave. And a Seeking. What are you seeking, though? Do you know?
No.
Do you know in chat what the Seeking is seeking? I bet that was a pun in one of the episodes of the anime. Help! Help? What do you need help with? I guess you have to fish for sea Pokemon. I think you should be able to get them by diving. What's beyond the horizon? The Forbidden West, I would say. Oh, 4 Pokemon. You're a rich guy, huh? Or should we call them Pokemon even, or are they more like PP waster? Because that's honestly what I think. Also, we did not have an encounter until now. Only trainer battles. Yeah, that thing. Probably. I think it's the only thing we can get by surfing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Tentacool is kind of guaranteed in these Nuzlocks. Oh. I'm really looking forward to my Pokemon BDSP stream. I will do a different kind of challenge. A more easygoing challenge, which I named the Super Effective Challenge. Basically, and I go into the rules on that stream, of course, more. But basically, it's I can only catch and use Pokemon that are super effective against the next gym leader. Which, most of the time, really slims down the Pokemon I can catch. Bloop. Well, Gardenia won't be a problem. There are a lot of Pokemon I can use against Gardenia. Did he just avoid me? Come on, you swimmer. Swim against me. I love swimming. What about you? Yo. I was born near the ocean. I was raised near the ocean. I had a big sea where I lived. Of course I love swimming. And so, while we're talking about the ocean, check out Team Seas. It's a good cause. And there we go. I say it before it's even gone, but I mean, we are 12 levels higher and have the type advantage. Also, Thunderbolt is not a bad move. And, oh no! He will have evolved one but not the other. Shows that you love one more than the other. Your Poliwag is kind of... Wanna give it to me, maybe? Belly flop! Now? Onto the ground? No. I mean, I have something where I could stand on. And it would be content. But no. I won't do that. That would hurt. Oh, that's our wild encounter. Let's paralyze it. Wave the thunder. That should probably be okay. Supersonic. Do I look like well, kind of. I do kind of look like Supersonic, yeah. Ultra Ball! Go! We can use the Master Ball if we want. Shaky? Ahem. Like I said. Shaky. 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 Milkshake! Mine. Milkshake. Been a long time since I had a milkshake. Let's drink milk at least next
Later.
Next hour? Today, I mean, I wanted it today, not next week or something like that. So next hour, technically. Drifts in shallow seas. Anglers who hook them by accident are often punished by their stingers. Where do they have their stingers? Probably in their tentacles, right? Give a nickname? Yes. Tentacool. Tentacruel. Let's name you, in this case, Cruel. 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 That's it. Like King K. Rool. No, not Crook. Cruel. Transferred to Bill's PC. A green-haired mother called Leah. I'm looking after my brother. A green-haired sister called Leah. He just became a trainer. And is already on Route 19. Also, I didn't put Hanako in second place. What is in second place? Jekka. Okay, that's fine. But I will go for Hanako. Yeah, you do that. And you do that. Should work fine as well. You know, actually I wonder what they would choose when they make a Chimera Pokemon. Like based on not a Chimera but the Chimera. The one with the not dragon head. Lion's head, snake tail. I mean for the lion's head they have to go for Puree. What is it called? That fire thingy. That fire.
Puroleo in German.
Puroleo in German, okay. That's no way to treat my little brother.
Pyroar.
Pyroar. Pyroar for the head, because, well, you can't use Solgaleo, obviously, and there are no other lion Pokemon. Then, what was the body of the Chimera made out of?
Legs, the hind legs are grooved.
Look that up, please.
Yeah.
It's interesting now. I want to know. A level 8 Tentacool?
No, that's not the one I want.
Yeah. Also, like I said, not a Chimera. There's the mythological creature called a Chimera. And there are the creatures created by alchemists, which are Chimera, which are made... Look it up yourself, it's complicated. Kind of.
Chimera is Greek for goat.
For goat?
Goat.
But it doesn't have any goat parts, does it?
I don't think so.
Swimming's great. Sunburns aren't. I mean, yeah. A lot of truth to that. Alice.
Oh,
Anything?
the middle is a goat.
The middle is a goat. Well, that has to be...
That's how Homer described it.
Okay. Let's trust Homer. Oh. Not that Homer.
Yeah. It's the front of a lion, the middle of a goat, and the back of a snake or dragon.
Okay, we have the lion. The middle is a goat. The body. That is Go-Goat, obviously. And then it's only the tail? Which is a snake.
Hinten wie eine Schlange.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that should be Arbok, right? Or Whippet. I think it should be... Whippetus, is that the English name as well? Shocker! Surviper. It's Surviper. Surviper? Surviper?
Seviper.
Surviper. That would be perfect for the tail. Now we have fire, grass, and poison in this.
Yes.
Which type are we gonna give that Chimera? I think with a Chimera it should be dark type, right? I swam here with my
Or
friends.
fire.
I'm tired.
Apparently, it's spewing fire.
It can spew fire.
Yes.
Okay, so fire... Now I'm thinking fire poison, actually. Chat, tell me what you think. But fire poison would... I mean, it's not the first fire poison, but still would be interesting.
It's also a sibling of the Hydra, Kerberos, the Sphinx, and Orthos.
Aren't all creatures siblings in Greek mythology? the goddess family tree is a circle.
Yeah. The daughter of Echidna and Typhon.
Typhon. Isn't that the main evil guy from what was that game called?
Phoenix.
Phoenix Rising, yeah. I think it is. Wasn't it Typhon?
He's not the last boss,
Not?
I think. Wasn't the... Yeah, we fought against
I'm
the
exhausted.
gods on the mountain at the end. Or something?
No, yeah, the big mountain with a hole. And I
No,
think
even
that's
later.
Typhon.
The two that told the story.
That were Zeus and
Yeah.
what's his
Exactly.
name? Yeah, we didn't fight those.
I think.
We fought Zeus because Typhon took control of him. In that battle, I believe. You dropped something there.
Yes.
Ahoy there! These waters are treacherous. Yeah. Well, okay, fire poison. That, I mean, yeah, sure, there's the grass type in between with Go-Goat. But, actually, we could explain that away by the fire part of Pyro burning the grass part of Go-Goat and with a fusion of it, turning it into a fire type. That, honestly, that does make a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
Because if you burn fire, yeah, that if you set a grass type on fire, well, it won't become a fire type, of course, but if it's through fusionist means, that makes sense. Don't worry, I won't burn you. You're good like you are. You don't need to become a fire type. We have Charmander for that. Charmander, which is up there. Can you see that? Oh yeah, barely. It's let me up there. I believe. I'm staring at my ring light, and that is not good for the eyes. But that's where I can see my camera. That's the other screen where I have Streamlabs. And Raiga level 44. 47 it was, right?
Yes.
Probably won't even reach that. Also, yeah, Raiga and Hanako probably won't have much to do in Pyro's gym. Okay, Tentacruel. Somehow the Chimera seems boring. The alchemists that create chimeras are kind of more creative. That's what I was searching for. Huh. Oh, dangerous! Those battle end quotes somehow get worse and worse in this game. Okay, Hanako, your turn. Also, we do have one more encounter, which might be our only chance for an ice type. Oh, I just love your ride. Can I have it if I win? No. What?
We have an ice type.
Oh yeah, Lapras is an ice type. Sorry, Devo. I forgot. It's a Poliwag! I like Poliwag, honestly. Also, Poliwhirl, but Poliwrath just... People always say that the Pokemon get more and more uncreative, but honestly, Poliwrath and Poliwhirl are the same Pokemon. One is just more angry and a bit more buffed up. You call that creative? But you go down on a cute little bag of garbage? That bag of garbage is more creative than Poliwrath. That's why I prefer Politoad, honestly. Which I can't get in this game because, well, once it's trading. And second, it's not in here until you have the national decks because somehow... Yeah, it's like your cat cannot grow up until you buy the newest phone. Which sounds pretty stupid, but honestly, that's what these remakes do. You cannot evolve into the newer Pokemon because you don't have the right Pokédex for that? How is that even related in any way, shape, or form? Tell them that's stupid.
That's stupid.
Thank you. Oh, I lost.
Hand.
Huh?
Hand.
Hand. Wait, when did you learn to talk? I'm on Route 20 now, and I believe there's more tentacle here. The water's shallow here.
Okay.
And I didn't catch the rest. Barry. Barry has a shelter.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, why are these even different routes? Just because there's a curve there? Or imagine with every curve the name changing of the street you're on. It's confusing as it is.
Wouldn't be as confusing in America.
What?
Wouldn't be as confusing in America.
Right.
The cities have straight streets.
On the other hand, if you take Japan... I don't know if you know that, but in Japan they basically number the houses by the time they were built. So you could have the house number 1 right beside the 276. And in between is a 15. Because that's not confusing. And somehow taxi drivers and postal workers... No, not postal workers. Postman can work with that. How?
Because they learned.
Yeah, but you cannot really learn it, because if one house is teared down, which does happen a lot, in Japan you rather take down a house and build a new instead of just moving in, it gets a new number. Why are you riding a Pokemon? Can't you swim? Good question, honestly. I was able to swim with 10, so... And so, with Palatown is near the sea. Of course you would learn to swim, right? If you live near the sea, you learn to swim. Huh. Why can't we swim? Another horsey. Yeah, I'm not gonna explore the water routes fully because... As a kid, I disliked them. I really did, because they were so long and so samey. That has not changed. Still, water routes need to be a part of such a game, because that's just... You need to traverse different terrains, and water is just so basic of a terrain that you can't leave it out. But you can make them more interesting, at least. Especially with the... Are they called sandbanks in English? Everywhere. You could do more with those. I believe they are. And another one bites the water. Ouch! Torpedoed! Yeah, I torpedoed you. With leaves.
Looks like it's sandbank.
Okay. And we got nothing. Look at nothing. Do you see anything? No, no, no.
Hand.
Hand. What do you evolve into?
Feet.
That does... How do you evolve into a feet from a hand?
Feet. 2 feet.
Or from one hand into 2 feet?
Yes.
But how do you evolve into that? Trading? A stone?
I guess you need to find out.
Let me get a match quickly. I need to set her on fire. Maybe that's it. Because if she's set on fire, or rather in the danger of being set on fire, she needs to run away. That would be interesting. Seafoam is a quiet getaway. I'm vacationing here. But honestly though, a Pokemon evolving by running away like 10 times or so...
Don't give them ideas.
Nothing can be worse than that ghost thingy with a mask. Yamask. The Galarian Yamask. I mean, getting 3 criticals in one battle is bad enough for Galarian Farfetch'd, but the Yamask thing, I mean, I could accept it if there's some reasoning behind that, but I haven't found something that would explain why you have to do what you have to do. Also, do hint these things somewhere. Honestly, though. How would you... I think it was the last Pokemon I missed. And I had to look that up. And I like to explore the stuff on my own without guides, but I would have never gotten that without any guide. Don't make games with the internet in mind. Quit it! Yeah, quit it, right! Because you want people to finish your games without consulting the internet. Oh look, it's Seafoam Islands. Are you battling? Can you talk to me? Strong trainers and water Pokemon are common sights in these parts. They say that Misty of the Cerulean Gym trains here. Okay. We have another encounter in the Seafoam Islands. Right now. Let's see what it is. I hope for... I don't know, honestly. Let's just get the first one. Which is a... Okay, the encounter comes in 3, 2, 1, now! 3, 2, 1, it's a shiny! 3, 2... There it is! That's nothing, apparently. My attack... Please don't miss. Please don't disable. Can you disable if you miss? That... How does disable work? I would have thought it needs to hit at least. Okay, and again on the same spot. We do have a zoo... Do we have a Zubat?
I think.
I don't know if yes, that's a species clause. If not, we have to catch this one. I'll leech seed it anyway.
We have Screech.
Screech, our Zubat.
Which is caught in a rock tunnel.
Okay, so this one is species clause. Good. I like Crobat, but I do not like Golbat. I actually like Zubat. It's kind of cute. But Golbat, I don't know, it's just... No. It's boring and ugly. Also, in the anime some pervert called one. And I don't want to be associated with that pervert. Not gonna name who. Do not confuse me, please. I don't like to be confused. I like the leeching seed, however. I'm kind of short on PP. If we have to go back and heal, I'm going from Pallet Town. That's the shorter route. But while I do not want to mess around on the water routes too much, I at least wanted to take the longer route. Just to not skip it too much. Also, Seafoam Islands. I wanted to go here, so there we are. And another encounter, which is... Can I even encounter something new here? Seafoam Island. It's basically optional.
Zubat, Golbat, Slowpoke. In B1 you can get Seal.
Okay.
Slowbro.
In B1. Yeah, Slowbro would be species clause, however.
Yeah, B1,
Ah,
B2
there's...
is Seal as well.
Yeah, I don't think we get to B2 without...
B3 is Seal and Duvon.
Yeah, so seal it is. We get a guaranteed seal here.
Yeah.
Let's seal the deal, you could say. Tell me your best dead jokes in the chat. Okay, let's search for seal. Seal, please. Seal. Seal. You do not look like a seal. I do have to preserve some PP. So let's get away. I know normally running away is not good in a Nuzlocke, but... Do you want to see me fighting a ton of Zubat? Also, see it this way. Running away means no XP. You're sure there are seal down here?
That's what it said. Yeah.
Huh. That's what it said.
Check again.
Oh, that's a Golbat, not a Zubat. Wow. So much difference here. Come on.
Seaford Island. You are on B2 already, B1.
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, I'm
There's
at that
floor 1 and then
at that
B1.
upside down L shape.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 10% for seal.
Oh, 10%.
Yes.
I could go
34 for Zubat and 11 for Golbat.
I could go down one more. Oh, we get the seal here.
Yeah.
Good. Hello, seal. You will be our new friend that we probably will never use. Oh, wait. Ice is not good for Hanako. Well, the level in here, however, is not anything that Hanako should fear. Ultra Ball, go! Shaky. Shaky. Shaky! Not mine.
Don't drop the floor.
The plush has a name.
Plushy.
It's Plushosaur. Honestly, they don't really have a name. But if I would name them, I would name them after the ones I used in my playthroughs. So, in my main playthroughs. And I always named my Bulbasaur Seed. Well, not in this Nuzlocke, it's Hanako, but I don't want to use the normal nicknames in Nuzlocke. It's not my thing, my Pokemon trainer thing. It's the Nuzlocke. I do. Shaky, shaky, shaky mine. See? If we don't look at it, we catch it. Easy as that. The protruding horn on its head is very hard. It is used for bashing through thick icebergs. That's what she said. Okay, how about a name for a seal? It's called Urop in German. Rob from Robbe, which means, well, seal. And you from something else. I don't know from what. You have any idea?
Not really.
Let's call you... Let's call you
Wow.
Frop. What? What?
Oh, wow.
Well, it's Frop.
It's a Japanese name.
What is...
Huh? Wow.
Powwow.
From Pow Pow.
Pow.
Robbenbell.
Okay.
Robbenbellen. So
Oh, from the
seal barking.
seal barking. I don't think in English they call that barking. Wait a minute. How do I get away from the Seafoam Islands? How do you...
The way you came?
Isn't there a way to proceed? Do we have to come from Peloton? Oh, I know. Oh boy. It's like this. You have to go in here, find your way out there. Honestly though, I don't think we will do that. That seems so unnecessary if we can just come from Pallet Town. So yeah. We'll just do that. I don't want to play hours on Seafoam Islands. They are optional. I don't have to do those. Pokemon looking great. Yeah, now I'm going out in the open sea. Wait, what? Dear, you should not go. I'm going out into the open sea! Well... No, wait. I wanted her to say she's a... Yeah, and there's no word for someone who lost their child. Like an orphan, but... What if you lose your child as an adult, as the parents? There's no word for that.
Sad.
Sad. I mean, yeah, they will be sad, of course, but it would be really sad to call them sad. Like that. That's bad. I'm stopping now. Okay. Let's fight those. No, not... You want to know if the fish are biting? Actually... What are fish? What are these fish you talk about? Is that what you call your Sea King? Is that a nickname? But you give every of your Sea Kings the same nickname. That's strange. And goodbye.
He's eating them and catching new ones.
Okay, but...
And pretending it's the same one.
But then why is he giving it... Oh, because... No, that doesn't make sense. Why is he giving them nicknames?
That's why it's the same every time. Because it's
666 XP.
Gave him this nickname.
Okay. He's eating fish. Sounds strange.
Just like in Yakuza. Do you remember the one with the lobster?
The lobster, yeah, the lobster side quest. That was something. Yeah. What do you think is the tastiest Pokemon? I mean, I do like chicken, but the chicken Pokemon don't really seem edible. So, I don't know about those.
Chicken Pokemon?
Yeah, Torchic?
Okay, yeah.
Basically?
Basically.
I cannot battle them from sea. Okay. Wait, I killed... Not... No, wait. It's okay, it's a Tentacool. We technically can catch stuff here. If we fish, but... We can keep that for later, if we need to. I got a big cowl! Wanna go for it? Yeah, so... So what do you think is the tastiest Pokemon? Oh no, it's that guy! The one trainer with 6 Pokemon! Stupid pillow wants to stay under... What?
Alchemy?
Alchemy? You would eat Alchemy? Honestly?
No, but it's tasty.
Yeah.
It can produce cream. And you
Sure.
can eat that cream.
But that would not be eating that Pokemon, so... It has to be something
But
that
it
you would...
probably tastes the same.
But it still has to be something you would eat.
In that case, none.
None.
Yeah.
Why? You eat chicken? Aren't they cute enough?
Most of the Pokemon look like they either taste bad
Okay.
or taste gamey.
Gamey? Yeah, I don't like that as well. I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
I would eat an Alchemy.
Okay, maybe the
Ooh.
cheap Pokemon. Those could be okay. I never actually tried.
Just a thought. If you actually would eat alchemy, what would its eyes be like?
Sugar. Fondant or something. Sugar decorations.
Also, does it have blood?
Cream.
Wait a minute. If you think about it, it can be paralyzed, so it needs to have muscles, right? So it does have meat.
No, it's just a cream that gets overbeaten, so it's butter now.
Paralyzing an alchemy is turning it into butter. But then if you would use fire,
It's melting.
it would be a mug.
No.
Magikarp just don't make the grade, do they? And why are you throwing 6 of those at me? Ugh. I'm not gonna challenge any of you stupid fishermen again. I will challenge you though. My sis doesn't get enough exercise, so I made her come. You did not realize what you just said there, and that is good. You are still too little for that. Lil and Ian. Like Lillian. Haha. I did what you see there.
You did.
Yeah, the pun was so bad I had to do something about it. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Alchemy might be tasty, yeah, sure, but it's sweet. You can't eat much of that. Is there anything Oh, sis, get it together.
But you'll probably eat it backwards after.
I don't like eating stuff backwards. I'm just going down now. Stupid water routes. And I wouldn't eat Miltank or Taurus because I do not like what do you call it?
Beef.
Beef. I do not like beef. Beef is no, I don't like it. I do like pig, not pig. Pork. Well, it is pig, but pork. And I really love chicken. I caught my Pokemon at sea. Also, do you know why it's called pork and not pig? In Germany, we call it basically pig. Pig meat or pig. But the thing is, in English, where it basically comes from, the differentiation is because the kings did not really know the animals. They ate the meat without actually really knowing what it is, so they called it pork. While the farmers who raised the animals called them by the animal names, obviously. So pig. What?
It's from French.
Okay, the French...
It was mixed in from French.
Of course, the French always mix themselves in. They cannot put their baguettes away anyway. Dive up! Down! Whatever. It was always with French stuff. French stuff is in everything. Right now, I'm a triathlon meet. In a triathlon meet. Yeah. But that's why that is the case. Also some bit of French stuff in there. But still, doesn't make much difference. But it's interesting how words are formed. I love that stuff. Maybe I'm gonna do a video about something like that. Maybe. Maybe.
Did you forget how to talk?
No, that was talking. It was just a different language.
Smurf?
Smurf?
Yes. It sounds like what you would hear if you're standing up and down there is a Smurf talking.
I thought that would sound more Smurfy. Could you say Smurf that is not wanting all that much, is kind of peaceful with how the things are, that Smurf would be down to Smurf? Eh?
Oh.
Eh? We have arrived. Can we do... Oh, wait. The door's locked. Yeah, I know that. Also, yeah, fossil.
Don't scream.
Fossil. Let's get that ugly bird out of my team. And get in... Well... It's not a beauty, but at least it's a dinosaur. Technically, birds were dinosaurs before. So, yeah. Imagine the T-Rex now being a chicken. Which actually kind of is what happened there. Let's get you out of here. I get you if I need you. But for now, out! Did I heal? That's just in case. I have to get these off for a bit. Can't hear the sound anymore, but it... Oh, my voice sounds strange. Oh well. Just a bit. My ears get so sweaty with these on. Okay, the one that revives our fossils is back here. I know that. Because in Let's Go I used that for shiny hunting the fossils. Which did not work out. But, well. Hiya! I am important doctor. Wait, I am important doctor. Yes, very much so indeed. Here, I study rare Pokémon fossils. All the time, I study. Should I really trust someone like him with a living being?
It's not living yet.
It's not living yet. Yeah. And so, let's talk fossils for now. The old Ember is okay, but a fossil is... You wouldn't be able to revive something from a fossil because a fossil is basically just the mark some animal leaves where it dies. Right? Or am I mistaken? No, it's that. So it does not really have any DNA. Also, Google Half-Life. That's why we cannot do this. Old Ember, it is. Yes, give me my Aerodactyl. Yes, make it alive again with the handy machine that does it for me. Which is kind of very convenient, but also kind of creepy. You late. Where were you? Your fossil is back to life. It was Aerodactyl-like, I think. Yes, let's give it a nickname. Your nickname will be... Oh, I have a good nickname. Your nickname will be Taro, but like Terra, like the dinosaur it is, and Arrow. Because that sounds cool. Taro. Not gonna say anything more? Okay. So, level check. Level 5?! Well, Since I'm not gonna use it in the next gym, that is okay. Let's give Divo a run for the Pokemon Mansion now, and then... I don't know. Maybe some switch training against the trainers in the gym. Also, another Pokemon encounter awaits us. I wanted to know if you're ready, but that's fine as well. We are in the Pokemon Mansion, where we explore the first floor first. And the encounter we get here is nothing for now. 36, okay. Ice Beam! Oh, that's not doing it. Oh, well.
Where are we now?
Pokemon Mansion.
Pokemon Mansion. Okay.
It has a citrus berry. Okay. Your quick attack won't quickly kill me. You die before that. Also, I hope there were more fire types here. Oh. And an escape rope. There's a trainer there, but does he battle? What can we encounter here?
I'm checking right now. 1 moment.
Because since Flamma died, this might not count as species clause. Also, I'm seeing that now and I hate it, but that face looks like a butt face.
Okay.
Somehow, yeah. Can you not find it?
There's no. Ah.
She found it.
Rattata, Raticate, Vortex, Grimer, Mug,
Okay.
Coughing.
There are new things here, so
And Ditto.
we cannot have this. Too bad. Let's hope for the Ponyta in that case. Or maybe Magma. I would be fine with that as well. A Rattata! 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 Ta-ta! That would be a funny evolution for original form. A retard. It's half red, half tart. Wow, you startled me! I thought you were a ghost! I am a ghost. Johnson. Keep your Johnson away from... They gave a Pokemon trainer called Johnson and Ekans. I'm not saying there was a purpose behind it. But it is a strange coincidence. Just pointing that out. And another Ekans. Maybe there was some thought behind that. Like the two trainer with the Onyx and the Cloyster. That are in this game even? I'm not sure in which game they were, but... Yeah, that wasn't a coincidence. And Eradicate. What?
Wasn't a coincidence, yes.
A quinky dink. I know you like that word. It's your favorite English word, right?
Yeah.
Quinky stink. Slam your body into the rat! And now the rat is gone. I actually never have seen a rat in my life. I can't get any wins. I've never encountered a rat anywhere. A secret switch? Who wouldn't press it? Someone who likes living. I'm not really that happy, but I like this sprite, honestly. It looks so... Oh no. Oh no!
Oh, what?
They made a Grimer look cute. Right?
Yeah.
It's not just me. It is cute, right?
You could say.
Shaky, shaky, shaky.
Wah!
Now it's smaller. Makes it easier to catch. It has two hands, other than you. Hand. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Slime! Of course you know slap. You also know double slap? Why did I even ask? And I bet you know stuff like high jump kick or something. Or mega kick, because if Wooper can learn the punches without having hands. Appears in filthy areas. It thrives by sucking up polluted sludge that is pumped out of factories. Yeah, because there are so many factories in Kanto. Like, you know... I forgot the name, but you know the one factory in here, right? Okay, Grimer, your name will be... Let's call you Slutty. One you. Slutty. That's nice. And that's our catch for the... not day, but... The thingy where we are. The mansion. I hope our PP will suffice in here. Can you just not live? Please? Oh no, don't Hyperfang. Oh, it's not doing that much. I think it's time to not be afraid of Hyperfang anymore. The door is shut. Well then, let's go through the one we opened. Happy slime! Happy time! Surf! Which should be super effective against Grimer. I mean, you basically wash it away. Cleaning it even. So yeah. You're turning it into an Alolan Grimer. Technically. Surf up. And we get a ball of the pokes here. And we have to push the switch again. Eradicate. Is Double Slam doing half? That's why I think I'm going to heal up quickly. Just because. Why not? Preparing Devo for the gym is a good idea. You have a berry, of course you have a berry. An Oran berry. Actually, I cannot tell those berries apart. I don't know which one does which. And it's... There might be some reason why each one does what it does, but it's not very obvious. But I guess that's just the case with stuff like this. How can you make it obvious just from the name and design? Well, you could from the name. You could name them like Healing Berry, but that would be boring as well. Okay, slam your buddy. Hyperfang. You know what? Ice Beam, just to be sure. I don't like that Devo is in the red. Let's get out of here without an encounter, I hoped. We know that one surf does it. So, there you go. Let's get out of here. No! The female Grimer. Where do they actually have the specific body parts that distinguish male and female? Whoa, whoa, why does it live? Don't shock me like that. The others were one-shotted by one surf. That would be a funny challenge. The Smurf challenge. Every Pokemon and every move is just called Smurf. Except Surf. That can be Surf. Yeah, but imagine something like an invisible challenge where you actually really cannot see what you have, what you are fighting, and what the moves are. Seems chaotic, but that would be interesting.
Seems John do something like that?
Pokemon 7, you mean?
Yeah.
He did not being able to see the enemy Pokemon, yeah. But he could see his Pokemon and the attacks. But it does sound like something he would do. It sounds right up his alley. Okay. Let's press the switch. Or not. The encounter rate in here is high. Maybe it's high because of the toxic steams that are in here because of the Grimers. Something like that would make you high, right?
Probably.
And another Grimer. That Vulpix was a very low encounter rate. We kind of were lucky having that. But, well, didn't do us any good because species clause. Safeguard? No, I don't know that. Need that. Yeah, I know, you probably might think only going for attack moves is not the best thing for a Nuzlocke, but yeah, I don't care about other moves, honestly. I like moves that do give me a buff or the enemy a debuff that also do damage. That I would use. We encounter Vulpix at around the same space we did last time. That's interesting. Very interesting. Yes, we pressed the switch. No, not again. We don't press it twice. Oh gosh darn those Raticates. Get away from me. I don't want you. I have one of you. Back home.
But it's not your PC.
What?
But it's not in your PC.
That is true. Is the switch resetting?
Probably.
Wait a minute, I have to check that. No, it's not. It's not. Fine. We're fine. We're fine. We are still in it to win it. I mean, I don't have any doubts that we will win this challenge, but you never know what happens. Also, I did lose like 3 times already in the beginning. But we don't talk about that. I mean, it was equal. Each starter got to die once, you could say. Equality! Yay! Slam that rat. Do we even have a mouse Pokemon? Or do we only have rats?
The Den?
Yeah, right, the Den is a mouse. And you might say Pikachu as well, but Pikachu's a hamster. Why? Because they say Pikachu has cheek pockets. And mice do not have cheek pockets, but hamsters do.
But what about Pikachu?
Pikachu is a mouse as well, I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Pikachu is a mouse as well. Also, if you look at Pikachu's body proportions, that's a hamster, not a mouse. Even the fat Pikachu that we once had is more like a hamster. Let's just hope for Ash that it doesn't smell like a hamster, because hamsters are cute and all, but boy do they smell. They do not really clean themselves all that much. I mean, you always see them cleaning their head, not the rest of their body. So yeah. And so what makes the hamster go think, I'm gonna go into that wheel right now and run? Now I'm done running. Seems kind of pointless. Okay, I really get a PP problem in here. That is annoying. I think... The thing is, I want to do this as well to prepare Devo for the gym, but... Honestly, those battles are a lot. So many battles. I cannot even finish a sentence. And these Raticates are annoying. Come, Ice Beam. I think I'm gonna go heal before I go up. Just because of the PP. And that sucks. The Pokemon Mansion is a time waster. Should I use a Repel? I mean...
Don't you need some levels though?
It's 4 levels below the next level cap.
But Aerodactyl.
Yeah, I could switch train that. Which I probably will do at level 44 for Devo. When it hits level 44, I'm gonna do switch training. Should I do it right now? I think right now would also be good. I think Devo can survive the next gym. Blaine is really not that much of a deal. So, yeah, let's do that. It needs it. And we have a lot of battles in here. There we go. Heal PP. Also that you can... I need to try to run in there. We could run in Silphco as well. So why not in the Pokemon Mansion, right?
Yeah.
It's an abandoned building. I don't think Professor Oak will come and try to kill us if we try that. Like he does when we try using the bike inside. Have you ever ridden a bike inside somewhere? I mean, of course there are bike rinks, I think. Like ice rinks, where you can...
I did as a child when we were
Can't get out.
bike store.
This old place is one big puzzle. In a bike store?
Yeah, for trying it out.
I only ever was in one bike store, and that was basically the size of this room. They had a lot of bikes in there, but not a lot of room. A burglar! Arnie. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a burglar now? With a charming ender? Yeah, Devo will make short work of that Charmander. It will be a short Manda after that. And there we go. So, how many levels will Taro gain? 1! Oh. That's it. Okay.
That's a lot.
Well, it was only 235 XP. That was really not much. Oh no, my bag of loot! Well. Should have not dropped it just because you lost your Pokemon? Oh look! It's a... Not to be confused with its evolution. I'm not gonna do that all that much because that hurts my voice. 2 days ago I recorded 4 videos. That is taking its toll a bit. I can still talk, but I think you can hear that I'm not at the top of my lungs right now. Okay, there's something there. We just need the key for the gym. It's just a Rattata, but I don't think a level 7 Aerodactyl can handle that. This is kind of exhausting. Maybe I will train it up a bit for tomorrow. I think that would be a good idea. Or not? Should they at least... Would you want to see at least some of its growth? I mean, all the way up to level 40 is a lot.
Yeah. That's a lot.
A lot they would miss as well. I'm not sure. Surf! You know what? You know why I like the move Surf so much? Because it serves me well. I should put dad jokes into my tags of these live streams. Does Twitch have dad jokes as a category? I mean, I will do it on the YouTube VODs, but on this one, I don't know if I can. Twitch is different. Do not... Wait, burn is not affecting me after battle, I believe. Do I have a burn heal? It would be better either way. Don't tell me it has.
That's channels.
There are channels only doing dad jokes?
They're named dad jokes.
Okay, I mean, I love dad jokes. I'm doing them all the time. And people love me for it. I think. I believe. I mean, of course they do. But that is too much.
Yeah, there's no tag.
We have a burn here. No, yeah. That would be... I mean, they didn't have anything for game development until a few weeks ago. But them having dad jokes, that would be just the cherry on top of the beep you cake. Would you stream your coding stuff?
Not sure. At the moment, probably not, because I'm always stopped by you.
Sorry? Okay, on which floor do you find that stupid key? I'm not eager on doing too much in here. And I haven't played Pokemon so much like other Poketubers that I... Whoa! Self-destruct! That I know all the stuff in and out.
B1? Wait. No. Yeah. B1 in the northwest area.
Okay, can you give me a guide to there? To get there quickly. Because I'm gonna use an escape rope now, since I'm burned and in need of healing. Because I'm losing PP and HP and... The Pokemon Mansion just sucks. No, honestly, it's not sucking all that much. It sucks in a Nuzlocke. If I was playing on my own without any extra rules and stuff, I would enjoy this. This is a good dungeon. But my Pokemon will look very different. And much higher in level probably as well. Do I have any escape ropes? There, thank you. Found something?
Yeah. I think this should help here.
Good, because if we can finish that today, we can start off with the gym next tomorrow.
Speaking of gym.
You know gym?
No, but I didn't update the badges, I think.
Did you put the Marsh Badge in? No, you did not.
Yeah.
Well then, I would say it would be a good idea to do it. And there we go. That was actually good timing. So, where to first?
Run straight into the mansion. Take the first stairway up.
Okay, taking the first stairway up.
Move to the northwest corner.
Northwest corner.
Take the stairs.
And take the stairs, okay. This could take just some hours.
Yeah. Some 200 or something.
I mean, I don't know how far we are into the game hour-wise. A lot more than the stream time was because of the grinding in between, but... Let's have a quick look. I'm interested in that now. I would say we are above 20 hours already. What do you say? More than 20?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we are in it 57? Okay, I didn't expect that much. Wow. Okay, I'm taking the Pokémon out to a nice dinner, which I have poisoned so it dies. I poisoned it with water. Because a lot of water, like Surf produces, is poisonous for your body. That would be a painful death. Could you imagine someone filling you with water until you burst?
That's not nice.
Is that even possible? I mean, you would have to... I don't think you can. I think before you would burst, your lips would tear apart so the water gets out because of the pressure. Even if they seal it up somehow.
You would have to seal up the eyes and the nose as well.
Yeah, and I think the seal would break beforehand because you would also produce sweat, which kind of makes the sealing come loose, right? Okay, I'm up the stairs. Ow, that was a sharp sound.
You're up to the third floor, right?
Yeah.
Examine the statue you see to the right.
Okay.
This will open up the door in the south of this room. Jump off the balcony and take the stairs down.
Okay. Soon we will jump off the balcony. And Juliet will ask, Romeo, why did you do that? That's stupid. The balcony is so high up. Yeah, end of story. Just Romeo dies here because, well, she just was going on and thinking if he's someone jumping off a balcony for no reason, he wasn't worth it in the first place. And down the Vulpix goes. And Devo goes up in level. And we managed to take 3 steps. I mean, 3 steps are more than 1 step. Even more than 2 steps. Yeah. That's a fact. You could say that's effective. Okay. Taro level 12. Oh. Good for you. Jump down here.
Jump on the balcony, it says. I guess it's the same for both.
Let's try. And we are somewhere.
Yeah, you would get to
And now
there.
go down there, right?
Yes.
Who are you? There shouldn't... be anyone here. Shouldn't there? There are quite a lot of people here for a place where there should be no one. TED? Was that your TED talk? Oh, you have an electrode. That wouldn't be good for Devo. For an electrode, I'm gonna go for Marrow, because let's see what you cannot do to me. And he does Sonic Boom. No, self-destruct! I mean, dead is dead. And you also have a... oh no, wait, it's a... I should really stop that. Of course you have Levitate, that's why I can't throw things at you. Obviously. So I headbutt you, which obviously goes. Goes? Functions.
Works.
Works! Thank you!
Sometimes you're too German.
No, I'm just one German. Okay. There's a Pokeball. I will get that. Another Pix of the Wool. Devo, your turn. Confuse Ray? Why do they always want to confuse Ray? What has he done to them? What?
What has he done to them?
Yeah, what's that he... Now you're confusing me. Yeah, it's all your fault. Hand. Don't send her any TMs. Carbos. I wish I had a rock. Because you also have paper, and then we could have played rock, paper, scissors. I almost always say pizzas instead of paper. Go down faster! 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 Go down! You red Ecade. Don't pursue me. Oh, the switch training in here is kind of dangerous if they have pursuit. No fun, no risk. So, somewhere around here, I think. Yeah, we can... It's down here?
Yeah, it says you should have no problem finding
Yeah.
it yet. No.
Oh, where am I now? You are, and that's a pro tip, you are never lost because you are always here. So you always know where you are because you are always here. If you tell someone I'm here, that's the case. Then you are there. Wait, no. You are here. Don't... You have to say here. It doesn't work if I say it. Odor sleuth. Yeah. So you smelled my butt. Like our cat does with our other cat all the time. Honestly, I don't believe we have cats anymore. We have a train. You barely see them not together. One in the behind of the other. A pony! Ta! Should I call my ponyta pony ta-ta? No. No, I should not. Awoo! Yeah, imagine you find a robber and you slap that robber in the face and he says, awoo! And then just stops doing everything. Anything. Awoo! Awoohoo! Devo, out you go. Yeah, Screech. Screech is actually in the box. We didn't even manage to get to box 2. But I do believe that even if nothing had died, we still wouldn't be at box 2. Do you even get enough Pokemon encounters to get 2 boxes? At least 1 box full?
We have 34 Pokemon all combined.
All combined 34, but you have the evolutions on there as well.
No.
No.
I changed the species name.
Right, okay, 34. So 1 box would be full.
Yeah.
Also, you did say there were some Dittos here, but I haven't encountered one yet, so...
10% chance.
10% isn't that bad, honestly.
But we didn't find it with a similar chance last time.
Oh no, pursuit. Oh boy! You know, I think I'm gonna take it out of the first place for now. Just in case. Just in case. Because now it wouldn't be the risk anymore, it would just be slaughter. And who likes slaughter? Well, probably some killers do. Especially serial killers. Okay, Devo, you can...
Why do they want to kill my frosted flakes?
Because they are bad for your health. And they have your health in mind. They are nice serial killers. Okay, almost done in here. And on time even. Which is good, because I'm really getting hungry right now. Okay. There we go. Are you fighting? I don't care. Another Grimare. I don't care. Grimare. What? I mean, Grimer probably has slime in it, and what is the other thing? Grime? Is that a word? Do I have to press the switch? Probably. If not, then we have to go back a bit. And I'm so using an escape rope to get out of here. Goodbye, Vulpix.
Yeah, grime is just grime.
Grime. And what is grime supposed to mean?
Schmutz?
Okay, I actually never heard that. Oh, we found Blizzard. That's cool. You are not cool. Wait, I make you cool. And Pursuit. That would have been the end of Tarot if I have it stay in front.
The Grimer's French name is Tatmorph.
What?
Tatmorph.
Tatmorph.
Rotzhaufen.
What?
Rotzhaufen.
Pile of snot.
Yeah.
It's a pile of snot. Yeah, that sounds fitting. Ouch! Then Alolan with the sharp rocky pieces. Ouch! I don't want sharp pieces in my snot. Imagine that. Found a secret key! I want to have a quick look down there, just because. Let's just flee. I cannot see those anymore. And yeah. Solar Beam! I mean, Hanako will learn that naturally, also, I don't know. Since I like fitting moves in my normal playthroughs, my Bulbasaur always learned Solar Beam, but for a Nuzlocke, a move that takes a charge turn, I don't think that's good. Okay, well, there we have it. Tomorrow, we will take on Blaine. Also, what I wanted to say is when Pokemon BDSP comes out, I will do 3 days consecutive streaming that. And after that, that will be a 1 week thing. I will do Fridays, I will do BDSP. Saturdays, I will do this Nuzlocke, if we haven't finished it by then. And, well, Sundays is Chrono Trigger, like, right now. Because we will not have finished that by then, probably. Okay, what else is there to say? Bulbasaur, please get down. I want to look into the camera. The typical stuff, look up my Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, where I upload a new video tomorrow and Sunday as well. It's a bit of a special week this week, because there will be a review of Digimon Ghost Game tomorrow. And Sunday is something about BDSP. Some open questions with actually one answer to them. And that is not just me. It is a definite answer based on a fact. So, yeah, follow me on those channels and I hope to see you tomorrow again. So, with that, bye-bye!